Hello everyone, welcome to Tangle with Tracy Anne. In today's video, I'll be doing some white lines on black, some black lines on white, and then adding a touch of elegance with a little bit of pink. Today I used a 5 size tile, which is 5 inch by 3.1 inch. You'll need a black 01 marker, a white gel pen, pencil, and probably an eraser, and some sort of other pen that's a little bit thicker because there will be a fair bit of colouring in. I'll be drawing around these 3 shapes in today's video. The dimensions are written on each shape. Of course, you can use whatever you like. You could even use a different shape background. You'll also need a watercolour pencil, whatever colour you desire, and either a water brush or a plain paintbrush. I've already drawn a 1 centimetre border with my pencil. I'm now going to place the shapes and find an arrangement that I'm happy with. I'm drawing around each of the shapes, and it's nice to have them overlapping and even overlapping that border a little bit. Using my Micron 01 pen, I'm going to draw a flower shape, and this is something I've just designed. Using a flux shape, I'll draw 1 petal and then add petals sort of going around and behind. It looks a little bit like a crocus. Cross between flux and a crocus, so I've called it Flocus, and to finish it off I'll add some fescue right in the centre. I'm not adding the stems at this point because they'll come into play later on, so add 2 more flower shapes. If you're looking for a step out to this tangle, I've created one on my website and I'll provide a link below this video. Because I'm using watercolour pencil in these flowers, I'm going to erase any pencil lines within each of the actual flowers. Use whatever colour watercolour pencil you have available. I've chosen Rose Carmine for my colour, and I'm going to add just a little bit down the bottom of each of the flux shapes. I don't want to go all the way up to the end of the petal because I want it to be fairly soft and delicate. I'm going to use my water brush now. If you don't have one of these, just use water and a paintbrush. And I'm going to start up in the top section where there's no pigment. So I'll wet the top part of the petal and then gradually work my way down to the pigment. I can drag it back up a little bit, and if it's looking a little bit too heavy, wipe off my brush and come back down the other way until I get a nice soft effect. I've gone over the lines a little bit here, so it's easily fixed by using a clean paintbrush and clear water, just go over the bit that you've smudged, and you can blot it a little bit with a tissue. It won't matter in the area that I've done this, but if you do it in an area where it will matter, that's an easy fix. I can then go back with my watercolor pencil, just using the tip, and add a little bit more darker color if I need to. Once those petals are dry, I want to colour the shapes in black. So I'll start off using one of the finer pens to outline close up to the actual flowers. After that, I can fill the background in with a thicker pen, whatever you have on hand. It's a good idea to use a permanent colour. I know I did do a bit of a sample of this using a Tombow watercolour pen, and I ended up smudging things really badly. My black is looking a little bit streaky, so I'm going to let this ink dry, then go in and do another coat. Okay, so now I'm going to weave some lines in through these shapes. So I need to decide which shapes are going to be on top of the others. I think I'll go under the square, over the rectangle, and under the triangle. So I need that rectangle to be on top of the square. I'm going to place my rectangular shape back over the shape that's already there, and using my white gel pen, go around the edges at the bottom up to the flower where it's going to overlap. Don't worry too much about smudges at this stage. I can fix that up with black pen afterwards. I want my triangle to be on top, so I'll place that triangular shape back over the top and then just go around it with my white gel pen where it overlaps. I can see it's affected the shape of my original slightly from where I placed those shapes. So if you're doing this, a little tip is to put the actual shape right on the edge when you draw with the white gel pen. I'm going to have to do some touch-ups now to fix it all up. A great pen for going over gel pen or coloured pigments is this Uniball Eye pen by the Mitsubishi company, and it glides over other pigments really well. I'm going to use my pencil now to draw a line that goes under and over these shapes. So I'll trace it in the air first, then I'll start off in that bottom corner and go as if I'm under the square, round and draw over the rectangle and then go as if I'm drawing under the triangle. I'm now going to add a couple of more lines that are slightly twisting, almost like a ribbon, going under and over these shapes. Before I start adding lines to this pattern, I'm just going to erase parts of the border where the ribbon overlaps. I'll now trace these lines and just add fine lines for the pattern. Once I get to the black section, I'll just switch from my black pen to my white gel pen. Now that we've got the pattern drawn in, I can add the stems, and you can see why I'm adding these last. I'll do them in pencil first, so I want that to go under the actual ribbons, and then for that final one it'll be going over the triangle, then under the whole square right down to the bottom. Now that I've got them drawn in with pencil, I know where they're going, and I'll do the same as I did before. Anything on white, I'll draw a black, and then when it comes to the black section, I'll use the white gel pen. To finish up, I'll just ink in my border. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that so that you don't miss out on future videos. If you'd like to share your work in my Facebook group, there is a link below this video. Thank you for watching, and until next week, stay safe and bye for now. If you'd like to see more of my videos, head over to my YouTube channel, or there are a couple of links here on the screen. And there's the subscribe button.